It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBsports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Ewing's Armstrong Park, the site of today's semifinals Mercer County Tournament softball games. This afternoon, this is the first of two games right here on the WBCB Sports Network. It is Steinert versus Notre Dame, followed by Robbinsville versus Hahn. Hello, everyone. I'm Bill Redner, along with Chris Ermer, Rich Fisher, and our extraordinary technical engineer, Mackay, and a picture that you will see round the world emanating from Ewing Township in New Jersey, with a cameraman with all angles to bring you all sights and sounds of this tournament game, is manned by Matt Miro. Today's game is brought to you in part by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office. Angelo Onifrey, who would like to take this opportunity to wish the players and participants in today's tournament games the best of luck. By Notre Dame High School, also by Saul Funeral Homes, Haldeman Ford Subaru, Kessel Dermatology, the Revere Restaurant right there in Ewing Township, by Capital Health System, the New Jersey Education Association, who always places our public school students front and center, by the Hamilton Township Education Association, proud to support today's Steinert Spartans. Also, today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Animal Shelter, by the Hamilton Township Division of Health, the Italian People's Bakery, also by the Trenton Thunder and Hyundai of Trenton, and of course, this is the Trentonian pregame show. Don't forget you can read about this game with Rich Fisher, and also the baseball tournament with Red Birch, and also Rick Fortenbaugh in tomorrow's editions of the Trentonian, online later today at Trentonian.com. Number one in everyone's heart for decades is the Trentonian. Number one when it comes to delivering the play-by-play of this afternoon's doubleheader is our own Chris Ermer.
Thank you very much, Bill. Good afternoon, everybody. We're going to have some fun today here at Armstrong Memorial Park with high school softball on the WBCB Sports Network. It's a Mercer County Tournament doubleheader. The semifinals coming your way today, and we start with Steinert and Notre Dame, and the Steinert starters have already been recognized, and right now the Notre Dame Irish lining up along first base line as we get ready for the first pitch here this afternoon. Chris Ermer along with Rich Fisher bringing you the action. And Fish, this one, we expect a great game.
As always.
Two historic and legendary programs, great coaching. They've had great seasons already, but now you got to make it into the Mercer County Tournament final to really recognize some of those preseason goals and expectations.
Absolutely, and Steinert's kind of sputtered in this county tournament over the years. They've won a few, they've gotten knocked out early a few. Same thing with Notre Dame. They were in the what do we get? The national anthem.
I believe so. Looks like things are quieting down for a moment, and we will honor America with the playing of our national anthem here, getting you set for some Mercer County Tournament softball semifinal action on the WBCB Sports Network. And we're going to crank up our microphones and get ready for the first pitch here with the Star Spangled Banner. play ball. Some high school softball coming your way on WBCB this afternoon. Game 1, Steinert and Notre Dame. And Notre Dame with the 2 seed, Steinert with the 3 seed. So it's the Irish as the home team and Steinert on the road. And quickly, let's run down the starting lineups. We had the players introduced on the PA just a moment ago. And for Steinert today, Mia Pope will lead off and play shortstop. Brooke DeWitt is their designated player, hitting second. Bianca Walsh at second base will hit third, with Ellie Miller in left field and in the cleanup spot. Addison Hassan does the catching and hits fifth, with Francesca Castellano at first base hitting sixth. Katie Simonka pitching. She's in the circle and hitting seventh, with Aaliyah O'Neill hitting eighth and at third base, and Danica Spack rounding out the lineup in the 9-hole. And in right field, their flex player today is Gianna DeMeglio, and she'll be out in center field. And that's the way Steinert is set up here for today's action. And the Spartans coming in with a 16-2 overall record into this Mercer County Tournament semifinal. Meanwhile, Notre Dame today will go with Alana Giampolo at shortstop, leading off. It's Grayson. Oh, I got a clarity on the pronunciation of her name, so let me make sure I get Antazowitz is what I got. Antazowitz. Okay. That's from the dugout, buddy. What do you got? What do you got?
No, you're right. It's not from the dugout. I just assumed.
Grayson Antazowitz hitting second and doing the catching. Callan Rosica at third base hitting third, with Emma Marchese at first base and in the cleanup spot. Madalena Creo in left field hits fifth. Kara Mizuko in center field will be hitting sixth, with Jenna Kukuza at second base hitting seventh. You also have Paige, their designated player, hitting eighth, and Riley Cunningham rounding out their 9-person lineup. She'll be hitting ninth and playing right field. Their flex player is in the circle, and that is Riley Mahalik. And pitching is so important when you're getting into these later rounds of tournament play and later rounds of this Mercer County tournament, and it's a great pitching matchup between these two.
Riley Mahalik's pretty much been the best pitcher in the Mercer County since she took the circle 4 years ago. She's going to University of Houston. Earlier this year, Notre Dame beat Steinert 1-0. Mahalik pitched a 2-hitter with 10 strikeouts, and Mahalik would have gone to Steinert if she went to public school. But Katie Simonka has been outstanding as well. In that same game, she only gave up 5 hits and just 1 run. So, yeah, we have a tremendous, a few interesting tidbits about this game, but hold on.
And we are underway. Mia Pope, first pitch swinging, grounds it over to Giampolo, who's able to glove it, throw in time, and it's a 6-3 putout to get us underway today for the Mercer County Tournament semifinal.
And that is the first thing I wanted to say, is you got to keep Mia Pope off the bases. She went 3 for 4 against Nottingham Hamilton the other day and just wreaked havoc. 3 runs scored, a couple RBIs. So that's a big first out for Riley Mahalik.
Now at the plate, Brooke DeWitt. She's first pitch swinging too, but whiffs at that one, a 0-1 count.
Here, it's interesting. This is a Notre Dame team that's got 4 seniors that are going to be playing college softball next year against a Steinert team that's got 1 senior on the entire roster. So you got big-time experience against youth in this game.
And a bunt attempt goes off of looked like the leg or the foot of DeWitt. And so a foul ball. Will do it again. 0-2 count here.
And the other thing is, Notre Dame,
just to have 4 players that are going to be playing at that next level is impressive. And then, as you said, they're all seniors, bringing that extra experience and seasoning.
Right, yep.
0-2, up high.
But Notre Dame, they're without their interim coach today, James Angelino, the mayor. He's away for the weekend. And I said, who's going to be running the team? And he said it's going to be all 3 of his coaches, Dana Pesh, Carly Backlund, and Jeff Shatton.
Swing and a miss, and DeWitt retired.
It's amazing that they've been able to maintain their focus with all the changeover in their coaching staff over the last couple of years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also
4
really
coaches in 4 years or something like that.
And speaks to their talent level.
Credit to the players.
Yeah.
Bianca Walsh now at the plate, takes a little low ball 1.
This is a team, they started, 6 of these players have been starting since their freshman year. So we were, we knew big things were coming with this team. And, you know.
Winding and firing a strike in there is Mahalik. She got the first 2 batters, and now Bianca Walsh at the plate, Ellie Miller on deck for the Spartans. Strike 2 to Walsh.
Riley Mahalik, of course, just unbelievable. Just picked up her 700th strikeout in the quarterfinal win over Ewing. So she has just been the real deal. And
2-strike pitch, strikes her out, retires Bianca Walsh. 2 strikeouts in the top of the first for Riley Mahalik, and she sets down the Spartans in order. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on base. And it is the Irish coming to bat in a scoreless Mercer County Tournament semifinal game. And yeah, great to be here. We got a doubleheader coming your way on WBCB, and always it wouldn't be possible without our sponsors.
That's for sure. And you know what? I read in the paper this morning, this is really a truly outstanding gesture on behalf of the mayor of Hamilton Township, Jeff Martin, and Chris Hellewig, the head of the Division of Health over there in the township. They have gotten grants, and they are awarding grants to the PTAs of all 3 of the Hamilton Township high schools, Steinert, Hamilton, and Nottingham, for the sole purpose of their project, graduation, and after prom celebrations to benefit the entire 2024 graduating classes. What does this grant do? It keeps the people, the kids involved in school and alcohol and drug free so they can enjoy their prom weekend. And it keeps them in activities which are wholesome. Each high school, Steinert, Hamilton, and Nottingham, is receiving $10,000 each through Jeff Martin, your mayor, and the Division of Health, headed by Chris Hellewig. And I mean,
that's a great idea.
Chris, I read the Trentonian this morning, and I said, I have never heard of a township or a municipality, and I won't name names to point them out, but I've never heard of a township giving their local school districts grant money, 10 G's each for $30,000 to keep kids occupied after the prom.
You know, years ago, I used to do some DJ work and would do all these remote DJs and the Sweet 16 parties and the weddings. As the first pitch comes in there, it's a strike to Giampolo, and Samoka with her first pitch in the strike zone here as we were getting back to it in the bottom of the first. But I did like an overnight kind of a lockout thing where prom goers stayed from, like, I don't know, it was midnight until like 6 the next day, and we played music and danced. It's a really great idea, and
they're on one premises too. You know where your kids are.
Happy to highlight that here as the ball sent out by Giampolo to center field for the first base hit of the day, and Notre Dame, their first batter, is aboard.
Let me tell you something. Notre Dame, they're the defending champ. And again, these seniors, a lot of them have played since their freshman year. They finally got that MCT title last year after being shocked by Steinert 2 years ago in the finals. But they don't want to, this senior year, they want to get everything they can. Bigger things lie ahead for them.
A bunt, and the sacrifice is successful. And Tazowitz gives up the at-bat there and moves over Giampolo. So runner in scoring position for the Irish with 1 away.
But the thing is with the Irish, I mean, this is still a big thing too, because if you look at this semifinals, all 3 of the public school teams in this semifinals are ranked in the state, in the top 10 or 12 in the state. So, I mean, this is just to win your county tournament. You're going to have to win 2. Well, I don't know. I mean, if Robbinsville wins in the second game and goes to the final, you'll have 2 top-ranked teams, and Hun's 17-1. So you're going to earn this title.
1-0 pitch by Simonka is up high. And it means we got some more softball, more fun coming up in the next few weeks on WBCB with all the New Jersey playoff action and, you know.
Fun. Till Daddy takes the T-Bird away. Isn't that Beach Boys song?
Yes.
Well, that T-Bird's going to be back here in this parking lot Tuesday for the championship game of this softball tournament.
That's going to be, we'll figure it out here. That's Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Sorry, Wednesday.
By the way, Kaylin Rossica has been one of the really pleasant surprises for Notre Dame this year. She's hitting 406. 406, 6 home runs, and leads the team with 24 RBIs and 22 runs scored. She really has upped her game this season.
Takes the 3-1, bounces it over to second base. Well played by Walsh, who throws out Rossica at first. A 4-3 put out there. And on the ground ball, Giampolo with some heads-up base running. She's now at third base for the Irish with 2 down for Emma Marchese.
The sun peeking out here, and a lot of clouds, but it's nice when the sun comes out.
Last night was chilly, but warming up today as we got a little bit more sunshine, expecting temperatures getting up into the 60s for our high school softball doubleheader. 0-1 pitch to Marchese. A little weak pop-up and a diving grab by Mia Pope.
Let me tell you something. She is, as a sophomore, one of the most dynamic players in the county, both offensively and defensively, and you just saw her defensive prowess there. That girl is a thrill to watch, and we're going to be watching her for a while.
And credit to Katie Simonka, gave up a leadoff base hit, but then retired the Irish in order from there. And so no runs, 1 hit, and one runner left on base. And we're through 1 inning of high school softball here in the Mercer County Tournament semifinal. And still no score between the Spartans and the Irish.
Speaking of those T-Birds, Haldeman Ford Subaru on hand with portions of today's game. They've been around since the T-Birds have been around. Well over 35, 40 years right there on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Haldeman Ford Subaru for great auto body work. Go see Dan Wheeler. He will, I don't care where you purchased your car. You can go here, you can go there, but go to the hometown people who support your hometown schools. Haldeman Ford Subaru. Today's game brought to you by another Hamilton Township business, Kessel Dermatology. Remember, with the summer sun blazing away and just around the corner, you want to protect your skin. Go get everything checked out before you hit the beach. Call Kessel Dermatology for an appointment.
Ellie Miller, first pitch swinging, fouls it back to the backstop for strike 1. Miller, Hassan, and Castellano. You're set to face Mahalik this inning.
Billy, you're right. Go before you go to the beach, because if you go in there with a tan, they'll yell at you for being out in the sun. So go in when you're at your whitest. And then tell them, I won't be going down in the sun.
That's good. They're looking out for everybody.
Number 75.
Wear your sunscreen out there.
That's right. Well, we haven't been able to really give Riley Mahalik stats yet, and they're phenomenal as usual.
As she winds and fires the 1-1, gets one in there. Look a little low, but called strike. One ball, 2 strikes.
She's given up just 10 runs in 91 innings, just 6 earned runs in 91 innings, an 0.46 ERA.
1-2 up high,
and 145 strikeouts. I mean, she's just been, again, from the minute she started throwing, she might not have been the best in the CVC as a freshman, but over the next 3 years, she just became dominant force.
2-2. Fouled over the dugout, out of play. We'll do another one at 2 balls, 2 strikes for Ellie Miller.
You know, you wonder how good this Steinert team would be if Mahalik had stayed, and I think Emma Marchese would have gone to Steinert. I mean, phew.
Well, it kind of just speaks to the hotbed of high school softball as that's lined to center, but right towards Mazuka. And she makes the catch, makes it look easy, didn't have to move too much, 1 down.
Nope, Ellie Miller, another one of those sophomores on this team that is just unbelievable, hitting well over 400. They have, besides Pope, who's hitting 557, that's just ridiculous. Steinert's got 4 other girls over 400, 3 other girls. Hassan, Ellie Miller, and O'Neill. They're all hitting over 400. They have a 373 team batting average. So, and Riley Mahalik held them to 2 hits the first time.
Yeah, a great offense, but you run into a great pitcher in the circle, and it can really cool things down pretty quick. And Mahalik's done that with a lot of teams she's faced. She gets, looked like kind of pulled the string a little, something off speed, gets a called strike.
And you know what about Mahalik? She is one of the most popular kids in that big swing and a miss in that school. You talk to some of the teachers and some of the other coaches, they all love her for her personality and just everything.
Jumps in front of Hassan, no balls, 2 strikes, looks at her wristband there for the pitch, delivers it. Ooh, didn't miss by much. Looked good from over here, but we don't have a great perspective.
No. Yeah, no. Down the third baseline. We can pretend we do.
Maybe a little bit inside, but looked like it was at least above the knee a touch. 1-2 pitch coming. Gets her 3rd strikeout of the afternoon and the 2nd out here in the top of the 2nd. And now we'll bring to the plate Francesca Castellano.
Certainly nice to see Matt Miro and Billy out here today. It's all the mysterious faces that we don't get to see all year out in full force.
It's a county tournament, and there's no one that produced this event to the world than the lens and the camera eyes of Matt Miro.
And what did you call Mackay before we got on the air? He had a good name for him. I was going to...
Technical wizard?
No, something even better than that, and I forget what...
0-1 pitch.
I was going to use it all the time from that point on, but I forget what it was. I have to go back and listen to the replay.
Even the misses from Mihalik seem like they are right around the strike zone.
Oh, yeah.
Missed but not by much, and now again checks for the pitch. And here comes the 1-1. Lifted to right, but enough air under that one for Cunningham to make the grab for out number 3. So another 1-2-3 inning authored by Riley Mihalik. And no runs, no hits, and nobody left for the Spartans. 2nd time up for Notre Dame when we go to the bottom of the 2nd, as we got our Mercer County Tournament semifinal action. Still no score between the Spartans and the Irish.
Say, if you're looking for a great place to fine dine, we suggest the Revere Restaurant right there at 802 River Road. It's probably a little bit too late for Mother's Day reservations, and the staff at the Revere, along with us here at WBCB, would like to wish all moms congratulations and a happy Mother's Day tomorrow. But the Revere is a great place to dine any day of the week. And don't forget, you have plenty of time to make Father's Day reservations as well. It's a little bit of South Philly combined with New York's Little Italy, but you don't have to make the travel down to 10th and Christian, nor do you have to go up to Mulberry Street in Little Italy, because right here in Ewing Township, where we're video streaming live from, is the Revere at 802 River Road. This is outstanding cuisine, from their homemade pasta dishes, gravies. That's right, we don't call them sauce. They simmer their gravies from the morning to garnish your dishes in the evening. They also have the fresh seafood, the veal chops, the pork chops, a varied menu. They do off-premise and on-premise catering. They have a room upstairs for private facilities and private parties. The Revere Restaurant, 609-882-6365.
Katie Simonka back to work, delivers a first pitch strike to Madalena Creo, who leads off the 2nd for Notre Dame. She'll be followed by Mizuko and Kakuza. Lefty winds and fires kind of off the end of the bat, up the middle and through. A base hit for Creo.
2nd straight leadoff hit to lead off the inning for the Irish. They were able to get him in scoring position last time, but couldn't do anything with it, so another chance now.
Didn't have a lot of zest on it, but like a spinner that went up the middle. And
yep. And Creo was batting .333 before that at bat, so she's hoisted that average a bit.
And brings up now Kara Mizuko. Takes ball 1. Hassan, who's behind the plate, popped up thinking about a snap throw down to first.
Mizuko, another big hitter. She's at .316. With 16 RBIs. She's 2nd on the team.
The 1-0, line to right, and a diving grab by Spack. It was dropping right in front of her, and she had to charge it and then dive, and she makes the grab for out number 1.
Pilgrim, I'll tell you what, she had 2 great plays against Hamilton Nottingham in the quarterfinals. Grabbed a line drive down the line, she backhanded, and also had took a base hit away. She took what looked like a base hit on one hop, threw the runner out at first.
there. Creo is retired 5, so 2.
It's
The Spartans coming up at first and 2 away.
I was at a wedding, a little disappointed. I was at a wedding with. Informed him that the game got moved from 11 to 1, and he's
1-1 pitch. That's pretty deep to center field and over the head of DeMeglio. Off the fence, around third, and in to score is going to come Jenna Kakuza for the first run of the afternoon, driven in by Pesh. A big double, and she comes into second base standing and puts the Notre Dame Irish up 1-0.
I'll tell you what, she put a charge in that one, and I mean, she only was hitting 213 coming up, and she crushed that ball off the lower spot on the fence. And I hope Charlie Pesh, her grandfather, was watching that one. But
I was wondering if you were upset because he didn't do the funky chicken or.
No, he actually did. He went out and did some dancing last night. It was very impressive.
That's great.
He got some girls around him in a circle, but. When I asked him about, he goes, "What is that, the county tournament?" I go, "How do you not know this?" He goes, "I just follow my granddaughter. I don't follow the team." And I said, "Well, you got to follow the team." So, and then I told him how we'd be on the air.
One attempt, and pulling the bat back there is Riley Cunningham.
I told him we'd be on the air, and I said, "I'll email you the link." He goes, "I can't figure all that out." I said, "You click the link and then you click the arrow.
You tap and you tap."
Yeah.
Anymore, these systems are pretty
basic.
Yeah.
Well,
User friendly is I think the term I like to
Chuck Pesh, a great man. He really is a great guy.
1-1 pitch from Samanka down low, and Cunningham takes ball 2.
Chuck's daughter-in-law, Dana, handling the third base coaching jobs. Also Bianca's mom.
Pesh there at second for the Irish.
Dana would love to be waving her daughter home in a minute or two.
2-1 is down.
I'll tell you what, psychologically, I think it's big that Notre Dame got this lead, because when you get a lead and Riley Mihalik is on the mound, you're feeling pretty good about things. You're feeling if we can just get a run or two.
3-1, that's in there. And the count full to Cunningham. Payoff pitch, fouled back.
I'll tell you what, Notre Dame, if they can get, this is great, hold on.
Another 3-2. Another foul ball.
Hanging tough. This is a great battleground for Notre Dame to gear up for that non-public A tournament. South Jersey non-public A. You got about 4.
That's a meat grinder.
Oh, you got about 4 ranked teams in there.
Another 3-2. And this one popped up on the infield, and Castellano able to grab it. Little basket catch for out number 3. And the Irish strike first. They get the first run of the afternoon, lead it 1-0. They get that run on 2 hits, and they leave 1 runner stranded on base. So after 2 complete, it's Notre Dame 1, Steinert 0 in the Mercer County Tournament softball semifinal. And we'll step aside and return to Armstrong Park in just a moment.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Pitcher Katie Samanka at the plate for the Steinert Spartans as we go to the top of the third. She'll be followed by O'Neill and Spack as Mihalik now with a 1-0 advantage. First pitch swinging, it's a bouncing ball to third. Rosica throws across the diamond to get Samanka. 5-3 put out, 1 down.
You know, with Katie Samanka, I mean, she pitched great against Notre Dame the first time, but I wouldn't have been surprised if Jen Melker started Ellie Miller. She likes to mix it up against teams and not show them the same pitcher twice. And she says it all is decided on the warm-up. They both warm up, and whoever looks the best at that time, you know, is the one she wants to go with.
That's a pretty nice luxury to have.
Oh, isn't it, though?
The high school softball kind of talk about the a talented team.
And they're going to have this for another year because Samanka's a junior and Miller's a sophomore. So it's ridiculous how young Steinert is.
1-1 pitch, a little bit low to O'Neill.
And with the pipeline they got coming in, they could very easily have some freshmen come in and take somebody's spot next year. I mean, it's that good.
Steinert getting here with a 9-0 win over Hamilton West in the tournament quarter. And this one popped up on the infield. Calling for it is Kakuza. She's got it, and there's 2 down.
Hey, Chris, going back to that last top of it, going back to the bottom of the second, how big now does Spack's catch look after that double? I mean, if she didn't come up with that ball, you're looking at least a 2-0 game, and they would have only had 1 out when Pesh hit the double.
Yeah.
So Spack really saved what could have been a lot of trouble that inning, and now she'll try to do something offensively.
Good eye on the first one, takes down low.
Spack attack.
Well, that right field spot, such a critical defensive position.
Yep.
Ground ball foul down the first baseline, and you saw it right there with that terrific play.
And by the way, we'd be remiss if we did not wish Jen Melker, the Steinert coach, a happy anniversary. I think her dad said it was her 4th or 3rd year anniversary of marriage. And
what, yesterday was her birthday or something?
Yeah, the other day was her birthday, and now is her anniversary. She's really she's really playing the win one for the skipper card.
I got to make sure I get my my gift registry or whatever.
And then she's also a mom, so tomorrow's Mother's Day. So Melk is she has a big May all the time, and then in the middle you got all this.
1-2. Up high, good take there by Spack. Just thought about it. Lays off, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
Yes, happy Mother's Day to everybody, including my mom.
Especially my mom, yeah.
Yes. And my girlfriend Barbara, who is a mother of 3. Happy Mother's Day to her.
And, not the Mother's Day joy necessarily, but I want to send out a special Mother's Day wish for my mother-in-law. My father-in-law passed away earlier last week.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Foul ball right in front of us, and a backhanded catch is made by Rosica for out number 3.
Well, are we seeing some leather out there today,
seeing
or what?
D. No question, and that was kind of a perfect play, kind of right towards us.
Yes, and I'm sorry about your father-in-law and to your mother-in-law. I'm very sorry.
Thank you.
Sad. Yep.
Been a little bit of a tough week, but great to be here today. High school softball, our doubleheader, the Mercer County Tournament. I don't know. I always look forward to it, no matter what sport it is.
I love it.
It's a special tradition and something that marks this area's high school athletics, special, a little bit different. So great to be here for Mercer County Tournament action with some high school softball. 1-0 after 2.5 innings. Irish on top of Steinert. And, I guess we'll send it again to recognize some of our sponsors and get back to the action in just a bit.
This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford Subaru or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
Welcome back to Armstrong Park as we get going in the bottom of the third, and Notre Dame with the top of the lineup getting going here in the bottom of the third. Giampolo, Antazowitz, and Rosica as Simonka with a couple outside the strike zone to start Giampolo's at bat. The 2-0 delivery in there. Seeing some great defense. Certainly Steinert or Simonka getting some help with some good D from her teammates in the last inning, holding the Irish to just that one run. But it's a walk, a free pass for Giampolo. And so she heads the first.
Off hitter get on.
Oh, sorry, Fish. Yeah,
yeah, I thought I
get that microphone going. Yeah, that's 2 base hits and now a walk. All 3 innings, the leadoff runner on board for the Irish.
Yeah, it cost them last inning.
Simonka winds and fires, and this is game 1 of our Mercer County Tournament semifinal doubleheader. Got Robbinsville and Hun School to follow. Yeah, Armstrong Park. I was saying, is it named after Neil or Stretch? But then there was somebody else's name on there.
Wait, who's Stretch Armstrong?
He was the toy that you pulled his arms.
Oh,
right?
Oh, that's right.
I figured it probably wasn't Stretch Armstrong. I thought Neil, but I think it's like a local.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a local guy. I don't know.
I was trying to think of other Armstrongs, but I said I better just stop with Stretch.
So when Kakuza scored that run, was that one small step for Girl, one giant step for Notre Dame?
Yeah, in this game it certainly was. As the runner goes on the pitch, and it's a stolen base for Giampolo. They got that speed at the top of the lineup, and she snags a bag, is in scoring position here for Antazowitz.
That is the 7th steal for Giampolo this year. She's second on the team to Rosica. Rosica's just doing it all.
And on one bounce over to first, and Castellano takes it to the bag unassisted, but that will move, and Giampolo over to third.
Yeah, so, Antazowitz, I mean, she is the proverbial give yourself up girl today with a sacrifice, and that's exactly what she wanted to do. Get it to the right side, get Giampolo over to third with 1 out. Now you got the best hitter on the team up right now.
Ewing took a pretty wicked cut at that one. Big swing, but no dice. The 0-1 to Rosica, and she lays down the bunt. It's a squeeze play, and sliding safely home is Giampolo, and unable to pick it up cleanly was Simonka, and it turned out she had no play. So safe all around, and it's now Irish in front 2-0.
Well, there you go. I mean, you play that small ball and softball, and if you play it well, you're going to win some games, and, you know, that's
So now, as like a more official scorekeeper than myself, is that a base hit?
I would give her a hit on that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they would have got her. Do you? If they'd have picked it up?
She's reading the play, a little indecision, good speed on the bases. So I think a base hit.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an RBI, but I think it's a hit. Matt Miro says give her a hit. So
he's feeling generous.
Yes.
As Marchese with the bat, but Melker talking to Simonka, trying to lift up her lefty starter. and really critically important right now to make sure to just keep your team in the game, give
Right.
them a chance.
Right. I mean,
And against a great pitcher like Mahalik, you can't let it get too far away. So Melker right out there addressing the situation, and that one airmailed. Rosica moves up to second on the wild pitch. And Emma Marchese with a 1-0 count at the plate. Always great to feel the energy from the softball dugouts. And right now I'm feeling a wave of energy from this Irish dugout.
big time. Oh, man, high again. Well, I don't know what's gotten into her. Maybe a little too much adrenaline to try to make a good pitch. She has airmailed the last two.
And so now on third base is Rosica.
By the way, we mentioned about 4 players going to college, and Emma Marchese will be in Fairfield next year. And that's interesting because she will be teammates with Carolyn Walls from Robbinsville, who we'll see in the next game. So the CVC will be well represented up in Connecticut next year.
Rivals become teammates
Exactly.
at the next level. That's in there.
That'll be a
for
cool
strike
little
one.
story if the two of them meet in the finals. Bragging rights for on campus next year.
The 3-1 to Marchese. Swing and a miss, and it's a full count.
Giampolo also going Division I. She's going to Wagner. And then Karen Mizuko will head to Millersville in Pennsylvania.
The 3-2 popped up and over the dugout, out of play on the right side.
Tell you what, softball, you look at the best sports in Mercer County, softball has to be number one at this point with the state champions it produces and the ranked teams.
The 3-2 is up high for ball 4. Kind of an ice cream cone catch there for Hassan behind the plate. Does a good job at least to secure the ball, and that'll put runners at the corners for the Irish and bring to the plate Madalena Creo.
Oh, and they're coming out with another chat with some mock-up. They're going to bring in Ellie Miller, it looks like.
And today's game is being brought to you in part by Saul Funeral Homes. When it comes to supporting the youth of our community and the people invested into our community, there is no better business than the Saul Funeral Home family, who would like to take this opportunity to wish the participants in this Mercer County softball tournament the best of luck. Don't forget the championship game right here on WBCBSports.com and on our YouTube page this coming Wednesday evening. The baseball semifinals are being concluded today. The last we heard, Robbinsville was ahead 3-1 in that game. Their championship at Thunder Park on Thursday night. And, of course, we'll also have that game live front and center here on the WBCB Sports Network. Well, we have this pitching change. Got to tell you, again, about Mayor Jeff Martin and, of course, the head of the Division of Health in Hamilton Township, Chris Hellwig. For the second consecutive year, folks, they received a grant. And what they did with this grant, a $30,000 grant, they awarded it to the PTAs of all of the township's 3 high schools, Steinert, Hamilton, and Nottingham. The purpose of this was to keep the kids in the facilities of the school or another facility for after prom celebrations. This makes them provides a drug and alcohol-free environment after the prom activities for each individual school. Never have we ever heard, and I'm sure there might be someplace, but first for us, or first for me anyway, is a municipality or a township receiving grant money and then turning it over to their local school districts for after prom activities. Kudos to your mayor, Jeff Martin, and the Division of Health, Chris Hellwig, for providing this. So this is great. Chris, it's the second consecutive year they've done this.
Really a great concept, and we enjoy being here at the softball field supporting these student athletes, but so much goes into the public schools thinking about keeping kids safe and creating positive opportunities for them, and to have the municipalities come through in that kind of way. Yeah, you're right. It is again, kind of just another way to keep things positive.
Well, Marchese just stole second there, and Steinert threw to third instead, hoping to catch Rossick off the base. It didn't work. So
The
second
2-0
and third now.
in there to Creo.
We got Ellie Miller in there. She's got an 0.93 ERA.
I'm still thinking about these after prom activities.
Well, get back in the game, pal.
2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2 count.
0.93 ERA, 42 strikeouts in 30 innings. She's only given up 7 walks. So good control.
I guess what I'm trying to say is that high school softball, these high school athletics are a positive outlet for these young people.
Indeed.
And for for prom, sometimes you don't know what to do after the prom, and you get into trouble, or
Well, the one problem with these spring sports is they run into prom issues sometimes.
Yes, graduation stuff
yeah,
too.
Well, not graduation, but the prom. Kids
3-2.
sometimes some of the team's best players will miss a game because of the prom.
Yeah, we've run into some graduation stuff over in Bucks County with their later runs in the state playoffs that do actually extend into some of the June months.
Yep. Who was I talking to the other day?
Was it a senior trip? I think it was graduation.
Yeah, they do, often.
Yep. Even if they have the prom the night before, the kids are wiped out if they show up for the game. Uh-oh.
All right, now loaded bases and a 1-0 count to Mazuka.
Miller, who has shown great control this year, walked the first batter and now bounces one up there to the second.
Rossica at third, Marchese at second, Creo at first base. And Mazuka takes high.
Don't forget, you can read about this game online later on at Trentonian.com with Rick Fortenbaugh. And, of course, don't forget, for complete coverage of both the baseball and softball tournaments, it is the Trentonian.
2-0 count. Miller winds and fires, and that's sent out to center field, but playable and caught by DeMeglio out there. They'll tag the runner from third to pick up the third run of the day for the Irish. They're up 3-0, and tagging up from second to third is Emma Marchese. So Rossica scores, Mazuka with a sacrifice fly, and that's out number 2.
And Marchese taking third, so that ball was deep.
And you got runners at the corners, and Jenna Kukuza at the plate. She reached on a fielder's choice, came around to score back in the second inning, and fouls it over the Irish dugout for strike one.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you're down by 1-0 to Riley Mahalik, it seems pretty tough. But if you're down by 3, it feels like a mountain to climb.
1 run in the second, 2 more in the third for Notre Dame. And a line drive caught by Mia Pope. Full extension dive and secures out number 3. She retires Kukuza.
How can you not love watching Mia Pope play softball?
That was her second diving grab in the infield in this game. And that gets us to the end of the third inning. 2 more runs come across for Notre Dame. They now lead it 3-0. Those 2 runs come in on, I just got 1 hit, right?
1 hit, yeah.
1 hit and 3 walks.
3 walks, yeah, you can't walk people.
2 runners left on. So after 3 complete, 3-0, our score in the Mercer County Tournament semifinal.
Say, don't forget the Trenton Thunder starts in June. Get your tickets now. Go on down to Thunder Park for exciting Major League Prospects League baseball. Their future starts right here in Trenton with the Trenton Thunder. Or you can go to their website, TrentonThunder.com, for more information. Hey, if you want to take a private party, a business meeting, they got suites available for you. So you visit the Trenton Thunder. Great place for family fun and entertainment all summer long, right down there at magnificent Thunder Park. The Italian People's Bakery, the pride of the Berg since 1936, proud to present the best of Blavitt weekday afternoons on WBCB, 1490 AM from 3 to 5 p.m. You can hear the best of the Geeter, Jerry Blavitt, brought to you by the Italian People's Bakery and Deli.
Top of the third, and who's at the plate? Mia Pope.
Yeah, right.
She made the play in the field, and now see what she can do at the dish. She'll be followed by DeWitt and Walsh. And fouled into the parking lot.
By the way, Billy, if you run into our sponsor, Angelo Onifree, I was at the Family Cafe the other day and saw someone who looked like him, but didn't have my contacts in, so I wasn't quite sure.
It could have been him.
Didn't want to say anything. So if you see him,
The 1-1.
Tell him I saw him but wasn't sure if it was him without my contacts.
Right now he's thinking, oh, fish snubbed me.
No snub. No snub.
Clean that up, yeah.
Just the reluctance to go up to someone if it's not him and say, hey, are you Angelo Onifree?
2-1 pitch.
Yep, that was
Off
probably
the
him.
foot. It's foul at the plate.
Then when he left, he was shaking everybody's hand, so I'm thinking that it must have been him.
Got to press the flesh.
Well,
It's part of the part of the role.
I was the prosecutor, I guess.
I think so. 2-2.
Well, they want to be nice to him.
Up and in.
The role that Angelo plays in Mercer County to support the youth of this community is second to none.
That's awesome.
Full count here at the plate. First time up, Pope grounded to short. Payoff pitch is down low, ball 4, and Mia Pope is aboard.
First base runner for the Spartans. Not surprisingly, it's Mia Pope. Gets so many rallies started for this team.
And expect her to be an aggressive base runner.
I don't know if she'll be too aggressive down by 3, but yeah, you never know. You might want to try to chip away, get a running inning or something.
Get one here, and they
there's
will lay the
perfect
bunt down. Beautifully placed. The play at first, not in time. Brooke DeWitt with a bunt base hit, and Mia Pope now at second. First and second, and the Steinert Spartans trying to rally.
Yeah, I don't know if that was supposed to be a sacrifice or she was bunting for it. But, man, that was a perfect bunt, and with her speed, there was nothing much they can do about it.
I mean, it had like some backspin on it, so it died about 3 feet in front of the plate, and nobody could get to it in time. To retire DeWitt, first pitch to Bianca Walsh is up high for ball 1.
Well, this is a good start for Steiner. Let's see if they can keep it going.
Their first base runners of the day coming in this 4th inning. And a good take by Walsh. And this is the heart of their lineup. This is, you got a threat mounting. This is the players you want at the plate.
Up. Absolutely.
2-0 pitch in there from Mahalik.
Bianca Walsh hitting .339, 13 RBIs, so she can produce runs, and she got 9 doubles. Her and Pope each with 9 doubles, so they can gap it.
Bounces this one on the infield. Picked up there by Rosica, and she'll throw Bianca Walsh a 5-3 putout to get the first out of the inning. But both runners moving on up for the Spartans. So you got Pope at third, DeWitt at second, and with one away, Miller stepping up to the plate.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, if you're swinging away, if you don't get a hit, at least you want to move the runner over, and move the runners are over, and that's what she did.
First pitch strike to Miller. First time up, she lined one to center field, but right at Mazuka. Hit it pretty good, but right into the defense.
And Miller with 19 RBIs. I'm sorry, 16 RBIs.
Ooh, Mahalik with a wicked-looking off-speed pitch, but drifts wide for ball 1. Righty winds and fires the 1-1 pitch. Outside the zone.
Got to wonder if that was a long inning. Notre Dame was up at bat. I wonder if it kind of affected Mahalik a little bit. Got a little, I don't know.
Yeah, she came out, walked the first
hitter
hitter that she saw, and that kind of has set the tone for this inning so far. She's trying to bear down and work through it now, 2-2.
It's not like they're hitting the heck out of her. They only got they have a bunt single and a grounder to set. But, she is throwing some deep counts and stuff and walking runners or batters. So.
And a little late on that one was Miller. Couldn't keep it fair. And now Spartans, again, with the ground ball and good base running, they have 2 in scoring position.
Yeah, and credit to Steinert. I mean, they could have just rolled over after Notre Dame got those 2 in the bottom of the 3rd and came right back. Now trying to rally.
The Ravens are here. The Raiders are here for game 2. And right now we see the Ravens lining up along the fence on the third base side right near us. And that's out to right field. 1 run will score, and they'll hold DeWitt. An RBI single for Ellie Miller.
Did you see what Miller did there? She started her swing, saw that it was an off-speed pitch, held up for a split second, then came around and lined it into right field. That was an amazing at-bat.
So now you got DeWitt at third, Miller at first, a 3-1 game, and Addison Hassan stepping up to bat. Yeah, we thought we were going to have a good one. I mean, I think both ones anticipate great action, but the Irish and Steinert, a rivalry that we, embrace a little bit more on WBCB, share a little bit more on YouTube with our fans out there. 1-0 from Mihalik.
Well, this is such a great rivalry, and and then you throw in Steinert-Robbinsville. That's another great rivalry. And Notre Dame, Robbinsville's given Notre Dame its only loss this year on an unearned run given up by Mihalik. So it's just tremendous.
The 2-0, a little late. It's fouled away, out of play. And meanwhile, we got a pretty nice day. Temperatures, as we mentioned, in the 60s. Some cloud cover now.
I'll tell you what, did you notice on that hit, though, Riley Cunningham nearly threw Miller out at first. That was like a split second play she got there. Like you said, that right field position is so important. And you see that. That's not a shock when you see a base hit turn into a 9-3 putout. It happens, on occasion in softball.
All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mihalik checks for her pitch and delivers. And that's sent to center field on a line, but right to Mizuka. She makes the grab. Tagging from third is DeWitt. The throw pops out of the glove of Antazowitz, and it's now a 3-2 game here in the Mercer County Tournament semifinal. Brooke DeWitt with a tag up from third, and a sacrifice line drive from Addison Hassan.
Yeah, and Antazowitz couldn't hold on to the ball, but I'm not sure it would have made a difference because it looked like the runner was behind her, and she had to try to make a sweeping tag, and that might have been a reason it popped out. Maybe she started to sweep before the ball got in her glove. I don't know, but I think DeWitt was in either way.
All right, so now we got a 1-run game. Irish up 3-2. But Ellie Miller at third base for the Spartans as they continue to rally here in the fourth. But first pitch swinging, Castellano whiffs at that.
Yeah, this is pretty amazing. I mean, Riley Mihalik was a machine the first 3 innings, 9 up, 9 down.
And that one bounces off of the glove of Mihalik. Kukuza, though, is on it quickly and throws out Castellano for out number 3. But the Steinert Spartans strike for 2 runs to make it a 3-2 game. And they get those 2 runs on 2 hits. And they leave, what do you got, 1 runner on base?
1 runner on base, yes.
Leave 1 out there. And so now, after 3.5 innings of high school softball, it's a 3-2 game with the Irish holding on to the lead.
And today's game is brought to you as a public service to the Steinert community by the Hamilton Township Education Association. The HTEA would like to take this opportunity to congratulate all graduating seniors in all 3 schools, Hamilton, Steinert, and Nottingham, and congratulate them on accomplishing so much during their school careers and wish them the best of luck, because after all, they're Hamilton's future leaders. This message brought to you as a public service to your Hamilton Township community by the great teachers of the Hamilton Township Education Association. Speaking of great leaders in Hamilton, your mayor, Jeff Martin, this month in Hamilton. You want to know what's going on in your township? Hear directly from the mayor the 4th Tuesday of every month at 10 a.m., video streamed live right here at WBCB1490.com, also on WBCB's YouTube page. To hear it direct from the mayor, he always has interesting guests on. That's the 4th Tuesday of every month from 10 to 11 from the Hamilton Golf Facility. That is your mayor, Jeff Martin. Speaking of other things going on in the area, we suggest you visit another Hamilton Township institution, Haldeman Ford Subaru, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Here yesterday, here today, and here tomorrow. When it comes to Fords and Subarus, the Haldeman family is synonymous with outstanding sales and service, and it's a family-run business. Has been that way for 4 decades now. You know you're buying a car from people with integrity, honesty, and trust at a fair value. Haldeman Ford Subaru, Route 33, Hamilton Township.
All right, getting back to action, bottom of the 4th, and designated player Bianca Pesch at the plate for Notre Dame as Ellie Miller winds and delivers a little bit high for ball 1. Well, 2 runs in the 3rd inning. They're look like you were saying when the Irish up 3-0, and you have Mihalik on the mound.
Yeah,
but Spartans still fighting, and
it looked dire. Well, only because of the way Mihalik was pitching. I mean, they weren't touching her.
And they did indeed chip away into this 3-run lead with 2. And
actually, I should say they weren't touching her. Ellie Miller, the first time up, had on a line drive they made a great play on, and then Castellano hit a ball hard, but nobody got on base.
Pesch right there taking all the way.
Pesch started scoring, RBI double.
Drove in Kakuza to put the Irish on the scoreboard first and fouls that one off. And now the count full as Ellie Miller battling in the circle came in relief of Katie Simonka.
Billy, it was interesting to hear you talk about those kids as Hamilton's future leaders. Because when I was going to Steinert, I was never referred to as that. And that non-prediction came true.
Line drive to right, and that will fall in front of Spack. Couldn't quite get to it, and actually gets behind her. So around second and sliding into third safely is Bianca Pesch with a triple.
Wow. Yeah, Spack tried to come up with a great play, and it got by her, and I'll tell you what, they were a little slow on the relay. I think if they'd have relayed a little quicker, they might have had a shot to get her there. But Bianca Pesch came into this thing hitting 213. She's hitting the ball like she's a 700 hitter.
And now on third base, it's Riley Cunningham who steps up to try to drive her in. Yeah, you were like the future delinquents of America, not the future leaders of America.
Yeah, I was the present and future delinquents of Hamilton. Yeah, the crowd.
The future leaders of the Hells Angels.
Me and the crowd. Yeah, I've been watching a thing on them on A&E.
Yeah, with like that undercover guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's good stuff.
That is good stuff. Yeah, me and the crowd I ran with, none of us were ever predicted to be great leaders.
A bunt laid down right down the third base line. Nice job by O'Neill to get on it quickly, throw out the runner, and get that first out of the 4th inning.
That was, unlike the first time they did that, which was a suicide, that was a safety squeeze, and they held Pesch, and, you never know with these things. If Pesch had broken, if they did another suicide, they would have had to run, but...
And you put the ball in play, you put the pressure on the defense that they had to come up with that play.
Yeah, maybe they throw it away, or they...
She does a good job to get the out. That time, ball 1 coming in there to Giampolo.
Giampolo's having a nice day. Walk, single, run scored.
Miller winds and gets the strike.
Nice to see Steinert's favorite substitute teacher, John Bing Young, here. Unfortunately, he's wearing Notre Dame colors, even though he's here to support the Spartans.
Well, the question is, was he your teacher?
Binger, don't worry. They're better than the white pants, buddy. That's
a pop foul taken care of by Bianca Walsh for out number 2.
That's a huge out. That is an absolute huge out. Runner on third with nobody out. You get the bunt, and then you get the pop out. You can't ask for more than that. Now you just got to bear down and get Antazowitz.
Also got some Mercer County Tournament baseball on the WBCB Sports Network. Robbinsville in front 7-1 in the bottom of the 6th.
Who they playing? Hopewell?
No, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Binger, a substitute at Steiner, and the voice of the North Stars basketball, and he's a future leader of Hamilton.
The 1-0 fouled back. Wasn't it? Is Rick Taylor still around?
No, Rick moved to South Carolina.
Right, he was the North Stars guy for a while,
Yeah, well,
right?
now Binger's the guy.
Nice.
Football and basketball. The new voice of the North Stars.
1-1. Foul ball, 1-2 count.
Speaking
Here
of the North,
to Antazowitz.
I actually got a text from Rick Taylor a couple of weeks ago. He was at the Rangers game. He's been a lifelong Rangers fan for some bizarre reason.
hey, wait a minute.
Bill's a big Rangers
No,
guy.
not hockey.
The 1-2.
Texas Rangers.
Oh, yeah, that is weird.
Yeah. And he took a picture of the World Championship flag and sent it to me. He said, I wasn't going to believe it until I saw actual proof. And so he went to that stadium and sent me a picture. So good for Rick.
1-2 count now with 2 down. A pop-up on the infield. Pope is there.
Clutch
she makes the
pitching.
catch. Yeah, big-time stuff there. A leadoff triple for Bianca Pesch, but she is stranded at third after Ellie Miller bears down and gets the next 3 batters that she sees, including popping out Antazowitz here to end the inning. All right, so we are now through 4 complete, and it's a 3-2 game here in the first of 2 Mercer County Tournament semifinal softball games coming your way on WBCB this afternoon.
And today's game is also being brought to you in part by Notre Dame High School. Speaking of Notre Dame High School, there is a good possibility we'll have another one of the girls' lacrosse games this coming Thursday. Stay tuned for the WBCB Sports Network. We are going to do another game, and it will probably be this Thursday, but not 100% sure yet. But by Monday, it'll be up on our BCB Sports Network, and you can check it out on our schedule. Girls lacrosse, big hit at Notre Dame High School, and great girls team too. Wish them the best of luck in the state tournament. Wish all our teams the best of luck. But don't forget, for New Jersey State playoff action, you can follow all your favorite teams right here at the WBCB Sports Network. Today's game brought to you in part by the Italian People's Bakery, the pride of the Burg since 1936. There is nothing better than a hoagie from the Italian People's Bakery in Delhi. And there's no better way to start your day than with fresh baked goods and a copy of the Trentonian right on your kitchen table. The Trentonian, another great way to start your day. 7 days a week, still printing the best news in Mercer County, the Trentonian.
Katie Simonka comes up empty, first pitch swinging. First time up, she grounded to third.
Well, Steinert has to feel rejuvenated. They were down 3-0. They cut it to 3-2. They give up a triple. Makes it look like Notre Dame's going to get that insurance run back. And Ellie Miller just bears down with some great pitching. And Steinert's still one run from tying this thing.
Yeah, you talked about how they have that versatility of going from one pitcher to the other and giving themselves a chance here to move on and be Mercer County Tournament finalists.
Yep.
A game we'll have for you on WBCB. Looking forward to that on Wednesday. Right?
Yeah, Wednesday night. Yep. Baseball semis are Tuesday night from Veterans Park. We got 3 nights in a row where we got big-time stuff.
The 1-2 bounced foul. We'll do it again at a ball and 2 strikes for Katie Simonka.
And for previews at all these events, you can read the Trentonian.
The 7, 8, 9 spots in this Steinert lineup. Here to appear in the 5th.
Ooh.
A late swing and hot shot towards the dugout. Who's that with the bat? O'Neal had to do a little skipping of the rope. Get out of that. Get out of the way of that
you
ball.
don't want to get complacent in that on-deck circle.
Swing and a miss, and Simonka, a strikeout victim. One down in the fifth.
That's just the fourth strikeout for Mahalik. First one since the second inning. So Steinert's been able to put their bat on the ball against her.
Yeah, earlier you mentioned the strikeout totals for Mahalik and said, well, 145. Is that just this year?
That was this year, yeah. She got over 700 for her career. And yet, not even close to the Mercer County record of over 1,000.
Wow.
By Hamilton West Melissa Hodge. Imagine that. 1,000 strikeouts. And they didn't even win the state title.
Yeah, the 1-0 there looked like Mahalik kind of rocked forward, and I think that's a called ball. They're saying that's a legal pitch. So on the 2-0 pitch now, it's a called strike.
I'd like to thank our mentor, Matt Miro, for providing us with bottles of water here.
Need to stay hydrated.
Exactly, especially with this sun coming out. Yeah, that's right.
The 2-1.
Still feeling the wetting.
Ground ball, backhanded by Marchese, and she makes it to the bag in time to retire O'Neill. 2 down.
Nice play.
And brings up Danica Spack. Spack had one brilliant play in the outfield and then one miscue, but that mistake didn't come back to hurt the team.
Ellie Miller did what we call picking up your teammate. Game 1 here, folks. We still got another one to follow. Hunt in Robbinsville.
0-1 down low.
Ravens and Raiders. Wait till you see how many times Chris Irmer gets tripped up on that in the second game.
Yeah, those are the kind of situations there. You'll hear me just say Robbinsville and Hun.
Yeah.
That's it. Robbinsville and Hun. Mahalik checks that wristband and then fires the 1-2, and you got her. Spack trying to hold up, but swings through. And that is strikeout number 5 today for Mahalik, and out number 3 in the top of the 5th. Another 1-2-3 inning, and continues to keep the Irish in front 3-2 with some good pitching. And great to have Mercer County Tournament softball semifinal action coming your way on WBCB.
And we'll be right back after these words on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
All right, back here at Armstrong Park, high school softball Mercer County Tournament semifinal action on WBCB. And remember, if you miss any of the action here on YouTube and WBCB Sports, you can read about today's game in tomorrow's Trentonian. Notre Dame back at the dish in the bottom of the 5th. Rossica, Marchese, and Creo set to face Ellie Miller.
Is that who they play next?
And last inning, Miller gave up a leadoff triple, but then was able to make some good pitches and get out of any more trouble. That first pitch fouled off by Rossica. Yeah, but again, read about today's game in tomorrow's Trentonian.
Rick Fortenbaugh here, the king of softball sports writer.
Is he here? I'm always looking for him.
Oh, he's here.
Popped up in foul territory. Maybe a play over there for the left fielder, but off the glove of Brooke DeWitt.
Rick had some interesting things to say about Hun softball in his article today. We'll get to that before the second game.
Well, and also some points about kind of public, private, and postseason.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm
stuff,
talking about.
Right?
Yeah.
His columns are in every Saturday.
And, I just think that's an interesting issue regardless of the specific school, even the specific geography. A lot of areas are dealing with, should we have these public schools play with private schools in the postseason? Is it a level playing field? Fouled back.
Chris, to that point, New Jersey does it the right way. There is a public league champion and a parochial league champion, and there are no charter school participation, as opposed to Pennsylvania, where you had charter schools, public schools, and private schools all vying for the same championship.
1-2 pitch popped up on the infield. O'Neal under it, makes the grab.
Well,
One
no,
down.
Billy, they let charter schools play because Allentown's a charter school.
Well,
But you're right about the non-publics and the publics, and separating them.
And
That's
it
why
sounded
they
like
did away with the Tournament of Champions.
yep.
It was just dominated by the non-publics every year.
And in Pennsylvania, every year it's the St. Joe's Preps, the Pittsburgh Central Catholics. It is a Imhotep charter. It is a rare day when a public school in Pennsylvania wins a state championship anymore, and any group size.
The 1-0 fouled back. And, nothing stays the same, but I just think there are elements of this Mercer County tournament where it would be a shame to change the landscape in that way, even if it is in a intent to make it more fair.
Well, there's so many different ways you can come at that argument.
1-1.
And, it's just, I don't know. We'll get more into it in the second game, before the second game, because, that's when we have Hun playing Robbinsville.
1-2 from Miller. A little bit high for ball two as she works to Marchese, who's got a line out, and she walked her last plate appearance. 2-2. Off the end of the bat, a spinner picked up by Castellano, and she'll flip over to Walsh just in time to get Marchese.
Yeah, that was just in time. I thought she was going to barehand that, but I think there might have been a little too much spin on it, and you sort of had to suffocate it with the glove before you could just pick it up, and that made it a little closer because you had to do the transfer from glove to hand, but
yeah, she had
did
to
a
kind of
great job.
smother that thing because all
Yeah,
that
it was
spin
spinning
and
too
movement
much.
on it. Here's another one that could be playable in foul territory and is for Bianca Walsh. Catches the pop foul for the third out in inning number 5.
6 up and 6 down for Ellie Miller since coming in with a runner on third. Gotta like that if you're a Steiner.
Sets him down in order in the 5th, and we are through 5, and still a 3-2 game. The Notre Dame Irish in front of the Steinert Spartans here with the Mercer County Tournament High School Softball Semi.
And don't forget, if you want to watch exciting baseball this summer, visit the Trenton Thunder down there at Thunder Park, nestled along the historic Delaware River. Their season starts in early June. Tickets are available right now for suites, for group sales, any kind of, party, any size. The Thunder can accommodate you, and it is just a place where it's nice and clean, good, wholesome family fun for everyone. WBCB's own Mike Warren, the live play-by-play voice of your Trenton Thunder. And don't forget to visit the Thunder website, TrentonThunder.com, for more information about group sales, ticket sales, and go out and support your future stars, the Major League Baseball Prospect League. I think they open up June the 4th or 7th. I'm not sure.
I think it's the 4th.
The 4th?
June 4th.
June 4th?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. So get online, order your tickets now. It's a great place to take the little leaguers during the summer. It's a great place just to take anyone to watch some good, solid baseball, the Trenton Thunder.
I'll be there, Bill. Well, in
All right.
the Mercer County Tournament baseball action, Robbinsville now in front 9-1 as first pitch swinging to start the 6th is Mia Pope. Grounds it to short, and she is retired. Good play by Giampolo.
And again, it's usually a leadoff hitter doesn't lead off every inning. They're lead off at the start of the game. Mia Pope's led off an inning all 3 times she's been up.
And a
that
great bunt there by DeWitt. Just dives right in front of the plate. No play for the Irish.
Second bunt single of the game for DeWitt. Good speed. What I was going to say is she's done a good job. She's got Mia Pope out twice now, leading off innings, which is huge. And you look, the one inning that Mia Pope led off the inning to get on, they scored 2 runs. So Mia Pope is a real spark plug of this team. But Brooke DeWitt trying to be, and
Bounce to short. They get one, the lead runner at second, but can't complete the double play. Ellie Miller a little too quick. Or excuse me, Bianca Walsh.
Yep, that's that. I said you don't see double plays, ground ball double plays much in softball. That was as good a chance as any. A one-hopper right by the bag.
So with 2 down, Walsh at first on the fielder's choice. Miller at the plate. Takes a little bit high from Mahalik. Feels like Mahalik now has gotten more into a groove.
Yeah, you know, Chris, I was going to say, was that inning a sign of things where she's starting to lose it a little bit, or was it a hiccup? And it's starting to look like it was a hiccup.
Yeah, that confidence is back. That confident feeling coming from the circle when she's there. But we'll see Spartans now with 2 down. A 1-1 count to Miller. And Mahalik misses low.
Steinert would just love to try to get a run around and not have to go into that last inning needing a run.
2-1 pitch, big cut by Miller to run the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. On a great day like this, you see a lot of fans line up all around the fence line.
Oh, for sure.
Including outfield, down both the first and third base line. Miller puts this one in play, grounded to second.
Nice
Kakuza
job.
able to make the play for out number 3. So Ellie Miller is retired, and so are the Steinert Spartans in the 6th. No runs. They do get a hit in the inning and leave a runner stranded and still trail it 3-2 here in the Mercer County Tournament semifinal.
Saul Funeral Homes, an institution in Hamilton Township, proud to support the youth of our community. The folks at Saul Funeral Home would like to take this time to wish all the players the best of luck in this tournament and in the upcoming baseball tournament. And remember to ask you to go out and support the youth of our community. This message brought to you as a public service by the folks at Saul Funeral Homes. Today's game is also brought to you as a public service by your teachers at the Hamilton Township Education Association. Supporting all of the Hamilton Township schools, the HTEA is front and center in supporting you and would like to congratulate all seniors on a great graduation upcoming and wish you the best of luck in the future. After all, you are tomorrow's future leaders of Hamilton Township. Good luck to you all from your teachers at the Hamilton Township Education Association. And speaking of Hamilton Township, where their roots probably began back in the day in the Chambersburg section of Trenton, where you had fine dining second to none. That tradition lives on today at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in nearby Ewing Township. Actually, right up not far from Armstrong Field at 802 River Road. For steaks, chops, fresh seafood, homemade pasta dishes, for a little bit of New York's Little Italy and Philly's South Philly. It's nestled right here in your Ewing Township, the Revere, 802 River Road, open 7 days a week, on-premise and off-premise catering available.
Bottom of the 6th, and Kara Mizuko at the plate for Notre Dame, looking for a little insurance here in the bottom of the 6th, leading 3-2.
Ellie Miller trying hard to keep this a one-run game.
She's doing a great job, too, coming in relief of Simonka. And especially of late, seems like she also has a feeling, a sense of confidence. 1-1.
What a weapon. I mean, she can throw the ball, she can hit the ball, she can field the ball.
Yeah, like the 5-tool.
Yeah.
Kind of, right? You got.
Yeah, her and Pope, both. And they're both sophomores. Bianca Walsh is a sophomore. I mean, give me a break.
The 2-1. What are the 5 tools? You know, it's like speed, power.
Speed, power, arm. Well, it's hitting for power.
3-1 pitch.
Glove, arm, and speed.
It's pretty good. I put you on the spot, and you knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's
why he's a Hall of Famer.
I had none of those tools.
He gets that Italian People's Bakery hoagie.
Yeah.
Called third strike.
The star of the broadcast.
Mizuko. And I believe that is the first Notre Dame batter caught looking. Might be one of the first strikeouts.
Actually,
of the
it's
day.
the very first strikeout.
Right, yeah.
For Steinert pitching. Yes.
Miller gets Mizuko, and now Kakuza at the plate.
Those are two tough names to say back to back. Little Mizuko Kakuza.
Kakuza 0 for 2. She reached on a fielder's choice in the second and came around to score. And then last time up, lined one to shortstop. It was a great play by Mia Pope, one of the 2 diving grabs she's made today.
We have intense cloud coverage now. They're all white and fluffy, not rain clouds, but that one above us is pretty dark.
They got the Bob Ross happy little clouds.
Yeah,
up there.
I love that guy. He was a nut. Hey, just talk. Make little noises while you're doing
Happy
it.
clouds.
Yeah. And he would do the trees. He'd go, whoosh, 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 whoosh. Because it works if you make the noises.
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. 2-1. Missing there is Miller, and a 3-1 count to Kakuza. And again, Notre Dame really would love to get that insurance run here in the bottom of the 6th. There's just 3 outs for the Spartans to work with. And it's a walk for Kakuza. Patient at bat, and she's aboard.
Yep. Now you got the day's hottest hitter coming up with Bianca.
Yeah, Pesh
Bianca
with a
Pesh.
double and a triple.
Yeah.
And the other thing, are they going to try to do something to put Kakuza in motion or try to get her to second base?
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, that one run would be huge.
First pitch outside to Pesh.
I had to text Bianca's grandfather to tell her what she's done today, since he can't figure out how to get on the broadcast.
The 1-0. That's that personal touch.
Yeah.
That's some good stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I'm taking time out from my broadcast duties to keep Grandpa updated. Well, I'm sure
We're building relationships here on WBCB Sports.
Well,
the 2-0 misses.
Chuck is one of the great Philadelphia sports fans you'll ever meet, so we like him.
Speaking of the Philadelphia sport fans, you can hear the Phillies at WBCB all season long at 1490 AM and 107.3 FM. And the Phillies are brought to you in part by your Mercer County prosecutor, Angelo Onifree.
Oh, yeah, by the way, we're going to be at the Pines Tavern, which is
tomorrow.
Mike Warren's family's place in Bristol. They do a great job over there, and they've been hosting our Phillies Baseball Insiders show, which is on Sundays.
Yeah, Tommy Green and John Brazier.
I didn't know they were the host site. Okay.
Yeah, right.
I got to get to that place.
It is
well,
great.
Tomorrow is your opportunity.
Tomorrow's Mother's Day.
The 3-1 fouled back.
I'm taking my mother to one of our sponsors.
Rossi's,
yes, for their brunch, their Mother's Day brunch. Although my mom will probably order off the menu because she loves their ravioli.
Oh my gosh, I just had some Mother's Day stress. I gotta get to work. Fouled back.
Sorry, didn't mean to stress you.
Well, Rossi's is stress-free.
Yeah. Well, we couldn't even get a 12 o'clock reservation. We had to go at 12:30, so I guess they're filling up.
Payoff pitch, another foul ball, and a battle at the plate for Bianca Pesh.
Yeah, they're making her work, and Bianca Pesh is just having a day.
It seems like she's seeing it real well. Trying to get one to handle. Not that one, though. Too high.
Chased a bad one, yeah.
And strikes out swinging for the second out in the bottom of the 6th. Well, it looks like Robbinsville taking care of Hopewell Valley. I mean, that game probably just about finished right now. And We'll have baseball, Mercer County Tournament baseball coverage also coming up. That's on Tuesday. Softball's on Wednesday.
Semifinals at Veterans Park.
Yes, sir.
3:30 they start, Ish?
Is that what time it is? Yeah, 3:30. I love games there. 2-minute drive. Only problem is getting out of there after the game.
Do we have a pinch hitter here, Fish?
Who is it? What number?
I believe.
It is a pinch hitter.
My eyes are failing me, and the runner goes to throw down to second, not in time. Stolen base for Kakuza.
You know who this is? This is Ella McColgan, who has been out most of the year with an injury. It looks like they're trying to work her back in. They want to have her for the States. She's a big cog to this team.
And she has that plate approach where you kind of do a little like a side step to slap.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, those players, when they have speed and some good contact ability, can be murder.
Oh, yeah, especially now with a runner on second.
And especially when they're lefties. Seems like all of those
are all
lefties,
yeah,
right?
They're all lefties. Because the point being, you're closer to first base when you slap it.
And right there, ball 4. So no slap necessary. A walk will put runners at first and second and get us back to the top of the Irish lineup. Here's Giampolo. She's got a base hit, a walk, and she popped out her last time up, but could maybe help to plate that insurance run here with a couple of runners on board. Miller fires, maybe a bit up, maybe a little outside. Tough to see, as we talked about earlier, from our spot here along the third baseline.
Yeah.
Miller's 1-1, that's low.
Miller's running into a little control problem this inning. 1 out walk and then a 2 out walk. And now she's behind 2 and 1. Well, 2 and 1, you're not really behind, you're kind of even.
2-1, that's slapped out to right field. Spack tries to scoop it. It goes off of her glove, and scoring on the play is Jenna Kakuza. She goes from second to home and is safe, and then they throw behind the runner, and they get Giampolo at first base.
Yeah, and McColgan tried to score, but she did not score before the out was made, so that run will not count. But nonetheless, that's a huge hit by Giampolo.
Makes it 4-2.
4-2. I mean, the difference between 1 run and 2 runs in the last inning is massive.
And so it is a 2-run advantage for the Irish. They take that into the 7th. Last chance time coming up for the Steinert Spartans.
Today's game brought to you by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, Angelo Onifrey, who tells parents, please keep your children involved. Extracurricular activities are great, keeps your children doing the good things in life. Well, and it doesn't have to be athletics. It can be the school play. It can be the debate team. It can be the choir. Just get your kids involved in extracurricular activities, because all of our Mercer County schools provide them, whether it's the marching band. Just stay involved. It is your Mercer County prosecutor, Angelo Onifrey, on hand with portions of today's game, and no one is a bigger and better supporter of our youth in our community than Angelo Onifrey, your Mercer County prosecutor. Today's game also brought to you by Notre Dame High School, Saul Funeral Homes, Haldeman Ford Subaru, Castle Dermatology, the Revere Restaurant, Capital Health System, New Jersey Education Association, Hamilton Township Education Association, the Hamilton Township Animal Shelter, the Trenton Thunder, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, and Hyundai of Trenton, where you'll find one of Mercer County's finest selections of cars and pre-owned cars. Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township.
At the plate to start the 7th is Addison Hassan. Takes strike 1 from Mahalik as we get back to action. And it's a 4-2 lead for the Irish here into the top of the 7th. Last chance time for the Spartans. Hassan takes ball 1.
And as always, in a close game in the last inning, getting that leadoff hitter is paramount. Tantamount? What is it? Something mount for the pitcher.
Foul ball a little bit late on Mihalik. I mean, that's one of the things we've seen throughout this game. Kind of speaks to her velocity and maybe just the inability for batters really to read that ball out of her hand until it's on them already.
Right. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited to watch her in college next year. I don't know if they'll be on ESPN or whatever, but
the 1-2 is off the end of the bat and is foul down that first baseline. All right, so we got still some action in front of us in this game, but Matt was asking me about our potential players of the game. 1-2, a little bit wide, and it's a 2-2 count. Like, let's say if, and only if, the Irish hold on, is there a particular player that you are going to gravitate towards?
What do you mean?
Always the pit. I mean, to want to talk to.
Oh, well, I'm not covering this game. Rick Fortenbaugh's covering this one. So, but you mean if there's somebody listen, Riley Mihalik, we've had her before. I think Bianca Pesh would be a good one to have.
Sounds
just
good.
Because,
And we talked about her grandfather so much.
Yeah, but she's had
The 2-2. Swing and a miss, a strikeout for Mihalik, and that's a great way for the Irish to get this 7th inning underway. As you said, that first inning is paramount, tantamount,
something out.
and they got it there with the strikeout. And now up to bat, Francesca Castellano.
I mean, it could be her, it could be Eleni Giampolo. She's had 2 hits, a run, and an RBI.
Now, your first suggestion there, I think we stick with that, Bianca Pesh.
Yeah, why not?
Drove in the first run of the game. And added a triple back in the 4th
and
inning.
They stranded her.
Just a bit inside, a 1-1 count to Castellano.
I think Ryan Mihalik may be feeling it now. I mean, Riley is such a dominant player, but I know we've done a couple games this year. I'm pretty sure we did.
Bianca. Sorry, your name isn't Bianca, but Matt was asking about the player of the game. That might have sounded a little weird.
Call me whatever you want.
Sharply hit ground ball goes off of the glove of Mihalik. The throw is not in time from Giampolo.
That is the second time now that Castellano has grounded back to Mihalik. The ball ricocheted to Giampolo, and the first time they got her, this time she beat it out.
So a base hit for Castellano, and a pinch hitter, I believe, coming up is Coach Melker with the home plate umpire.
That's a 4th hit of the game for Steinert. 2 of them are bunt singles by Brooke DeWitt. Ellie Miller, an RBI single. I mean, again, they haven't been really crushing Mihalik. They've been opportunistic. You know, a couple walks, bunt single, sacrifice fly.
And running at first base for Castellano, number 13, Zoe Resigliano.
Resigliano now at first base, running for Castellano.
And Nikki Donovan pinch hitting, did he say?
It is Donovan, yep. Down, right down the third base line, but a great job by Rosica to get on that one and to gun down the pinch hitter.
Yeah, you know, you'd have to think Notre Dame was kind of expecting that. I mean, there was no way that was bunting as a sacrifice. That's silly. She was bunting for a hit. And I think Notre Dame might have sensed that with her coming up to bat for Simonka and somebody with good speed.
Spartans now down to their final out, 2 away in the top of the 7th, and it's O'Neill at the plate with a runner in scoring position. But that run is not that significant here. They need 2, so
right.
The tying run at the plate.
You only got to worry about the batter if you're Riley Mihalik.
1-0.
Steinert's just looking to get this runner on any way possible.
And Mihalik finds the zone. A 1-1 count. Checks the wristband. Delivers to O'Neill.
Up for a high one there.
Fouled back.
Might have been a riser.
And Mihalik now in front. Spartans down to their final strike, trying to advance into the final here at the Mercer County Tournament. The 1-2 from Mihalik. Trying to get her to chase that high cheese, but good eye by O'Neill. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You know, it's interesting. You not only have a couple of players on Notre Dame that would have gone to Steinert. Notre Dame has an assistant coach, Carly Backlund, who played for Steinert. So
a lot of crossover here.
A lot of crossover.
2-2. Sent to center, but Mizuko is there for it, makes the grab, and that's the ball game. O'Neill flies out for the final out, and Notre Dame goes to the Mercer County Tournament final, winning it 4-2 over the Steinert Spartans.
Yeah, she gave it a pretty good ride, but got under it a little bit. And, as you had said earlier, got some air under it and just not quite enough to get it in the gap. But, hey, this game was kind of what we thought it would be. 2-run game, close game. Steinert with the tying run at the plate in the last inning. I mean, 2 great teams, and Steinert's not done yet. Steinert's got a big game, big non-conference game coming up with Red Bank Catholic, one of those non-public A teams that are so good. That's going to be an interesting game, and then they got the state tournament. So, and there's Jen Melker smiling. Jen Melker's the best. Win or lose, she just loves being out there. She loves having a good time with softball. So, and I see Matt's coming over to do the job for us.
Yeah, I believe he has. He's got our player of the game, Bianca Pesh. All right, Fish, are you standing right in the middle of the camera?
Oh, am I?
I
okay,
think so.
I'll sit down.
I think so.
Sorry.
All right, thank you so much, Bianca, for coming over. You're our Italian People's Bakery player of the game.
Oh.
Congratulations
Thank you.
on this win today.
Yes.
How are you guys feeling? And I mean, obviously, you got the joy and excitement, but also some more things in front of this team. Some more big games.
Yeah, we have either Robbinsville or Hunt, and Robbinsville's a big rival of ours. So if we do play them in the final, it would be a big game. But I think we're ready, and we want to face them again, and we want to beat them.
Bianca, you came in today kind of struggling at the plate this year. You rip a double and a triple. How good personally does it feel for you to, make an offensive contribution in such a big game?
It feels so good, and just knowing that I haven't really been there this year, and then just in a big game like this doing that, it just feels so good and so good for the team, because I really just want to help win.
Now, go ahead, Chris.
I was going to, can you take us through the situations that you had a double and a triple? What were the pitches like that you were able to handle and
I
drive?
think the double was more. I think it was more down the middle, and I just I honestly went up there and I was just just hit it, swing, and I did, and I hit a double, and then the triple was an inside pitch, and I just took it the other way.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you guys you were cruising. Riley 9 up, 9 out, 9 down. Then she gave up those 2 runs. Did you guys get nervous, or did you just think that was just kind of a hiccup inning for Riley, and that was it, and she wasn't going to do anything else, give up anything else?
I think we thought you can't always just get every 3 batters out in a row. We knew they were gonna hit, but just to have them get that over with in the beginning and get back and score another run, it just felt good, because we knew that I don't know.
Right. No, yeah, I know what you're saying, and you guys are the defending champs in this tournament. You guys, every tournament you play in, it's brutal. This South Jersey non-public day. I mean, how much do you love playing in these high-pressure, great teams all the time? How great is that?
It's so much fun, and even all the pressure just feels good because playing bad teams isn't fun. Like when it's a good game and when it's close, that's when we do the best and have the most fun.
Well, Bianca, thanks for coming
over.
over.
Wait. I just have one other thing to say.
I want to give her the certificate.
Oh,
go
right ahead.
Can I do something?
I thought you were going to do that at the end.
Can I do something?
You can do whatever you want, pal. Any other questions for her?
No. I just wanted to make sure she gets our Italian People's Bakery certificate for a hoagie.
Thank you.
At their signature location, 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg.
Now,
go ahead.
I want you to know, after this game, I want you to call your grandfather and tell him that the finals, the championship game is Wednesday night, because I was at a wedding with him yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
And I said, hey, Chuck, did you know that they moved the game from 11 to 1?
They were doing the Macarena. They were talking.
Oh, your grandpa was dancing pretty good last night, I'll tell you that. Oh. But when I told him they moved the game, he looked at me with this puzzled look. And I go, do you know what I'm talking about? He goes, nah. And I said, the Mercer County, he goes, what? Oh, he goes, what is that, the county tournament? And I said, yeah. I go, come on, it's your granddaughter. He goes, I follow my granddaughter, I see if she went 1 for 2 or 0 for 2. And he goes, I don't follow the Notre Dame. I said, well, you got to follow Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I said, so I'm telling you right now, between now and Wednesday, tell them that you guys are playing in the championship game. Tell them Rich Fisher said to tell you we're going to be in this game, and I'm sure he'll be thrilled.
Yes, I will.
And we'll let him know that 2 for 3 today.
He knows. I texted him.
With a double and a triple.
He's excited. Yeah, he's excited for you.
Oh, that's funny.
Bianca, thank you for joining us.
Thank
I'll take
you
that
so
mic.
much.
You can go back and celebrate with your teammate. A great win to move the Irish into the Mercer County Tournament final, and we'll have that game on WBCB. All right, well, congratulations to the Irish, and again, the Steinert Spartans with a lot to look forward to as well in New Jersey State playoff action, which we'll have some of that for you on BCB as things get closer and Bill sells the games and everything. We'll let you know. Make sure you stay on top of it through the WBCB Sports Network. All right, I got to get my lineups, get ready for Game 2 now. And big thanks to Makai Gundy, our video engineer. Did a great job. Thanks to Matt Miro behind the camera for us throughout the game. Bill Redner, who joined us on the mic and recognized all of our outstanding sponsors for making this first game of 2 possible on WBCB. And of course, thanks to the Mercer County Sports Hall of Famer Rich Fisher for helping to call the action. And you'll be with me. I'm not letting you go anywhere.
No, I ain't going anywhere, pal.
Good. You're not allowed to. You got to sit tight because we got more great high school softball action coming your way. We're going to step aside, get ready for it, and we'll have a brand new stream for you in just a few minutes as the Robbinsville Ravens will take on the Hun School Raiders. That's coming up on the WBCB Sports Network. Oh, and real quick, our final score here from Armstrong Park, it was the Notre Dame Irish 4 and the Steinert Spartans 2. Thanks for checking out high school softball on WBCB.